Welcome back, my friends, to the Hydra podcast. I'm once again joined by you, me, and the other guy.
17?
I think so. That sounds about right. Yeah, we had an even number last couple weeks. We're already in July, more than halfway through a year doing this, Cody.
Yeah, that's fucking stupid.
It is. It is something. It is kind of. It's dedication, and it's something that I don't know. I've always enjoyed doing.
I honestly couldn't see us doing this every week, so I'm glad that we don't do it every week. It
Yeah.
For some people that are pretty boring. Oh, I made it. Oh, I didn't make it. For some people that are pretty boring, it's crazy that we could do 17.
Yeah, it just surprises me. I mean, shows we got some good I don't know,
Oh yeah, let's
idea
get
of
on the
who each
rock.
other
Good
is and
idea.
what to talk about. You're out. I'm trying to see if we can make the
Well, I
session
had to
from
punch
the
you there before.
middle island.
How'd you been, Cam? How's your mind, your body, your soul?
Um, Pretty good. I have been working out a lot. I've been doing as much rock climbing as I like physically can. It's my new favorite thing I've mentioned before, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there's like the Palm Springs Tramway in Southern California here that is like one of the most popular climbing destinations, kind of just overall. And I was lucky enough to get a summer pass, so I've been going there a lot.
Well, that's really cool. How much was it? Was
Really,
it not that much?
really inexpensive when you compare it to like a daily $35 pass. You can spend $85
Oh yeah.
and
Well, some people
get
that makes
a
sense
whole
because
summer
some people
pass.
are like, I don't see myself going more than once.
Yeah, holy shit! I launched myself across the water. But it's like if you're planning to go more than two times in like a 3 or 4 month span, they give you a really, really good deal.
That's cool. I
But
haven't
yeah,
really
I'd love to
been.
take you out sometime. It's a good workout for like the whole body, but it's fun to be in nature, but doing it in a gym is it's just fun. You feel like a monkey.
Mm-hmm. I think I've seen some instances of it, but I've never physically been to something like that. So that would be cool
Yeah,
just to
right.
watch people do it and be like, "You're doing impossible."
I know, like that's kind of the big feeling about it is like you when you do something that you feel like you shouldn't be able to do, you really do just feel accomplished. You're like,
Now,
that felt impossible, and yet I still did it.
are you on a? I feel like you answered this question before, but in my mind, I can't visually see it. Are you like hooked on to something?
I think that's most people's common conception of what rock climbing is. And like if you go to a fair or like a an arcade and they have a rock climbing wall,
Mm-hmm.
it's probably they put you in a harness. They have like a little pulley system that automatically lowers you, like repels you all slow whenever you fall.
Right.
And they have those at like the gyms as well. That's
Mm-hmm.
like especially for kids, some of the like most fun way to climb. Ah,
You'll get here, buddy.
this is just all I'm doing now. But there is like a whole other concept without using ropes because like if you go outside, most places don't have a machine that automatically lowers you or
Uh-huh.
even a place to hook into ropes. So there's a whole like style of climbing called bouldering that pretty much just foregoes any ropes and assumes if you fall off, you're going to land on some protected padding that you brought with you.
Gotcha. That's what I figured. But in my mind, I was like, if you go really high up, at some point, you can't, that's not going to help you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, after a certain point, you're just going to hit the ground too hard. So that's when, if you're climbing real, real big walls, you either have some bolt holes like drilled in that you can secure your ropes from, or you have some
Mm.
kind of material that you can attach to the wall that will hold your rope. It's pretty like expensive, honestly, all those like harnesses and ropes and crap that
What
people go through,
is it?
but it's like cheaper than dying, I guess.
Yeah, do you want to pay this one time for equipment or do you want to pay the hospital bill and not have to do it
Yeah.
again?
Yeah, I'll do the former.
I'll switch to golf, please.
Yeah, no, that would be a lot easier. Our friend Kyle, who's recently on the potty, I think he's been trying to like learn golf, like get into golf, and I think that might be something that would be fun with the homies.
Golf is Like, how do I describe golf to me? It's fun at a point. Like you're like, yeah, let's do golf, and you're taking your turns, and you're like, this is not that. It's athletic. You have to be somewhat athletic and skilled,
Sure.
but like compared
What?
to other sports, you're just kind of like you hit the ball, you sit around, you drive to the next ball. You know,
Yeah.
so it's a little bit more of just like a socializing type of game.
Yeah. Kind of like bowling too, where there's a lot of downtime. You're mostly there to be with other people.
Yeah, but then after you get to like hole 8 or something like that,
Sure.
and uh you don't plan to do the whole 18, or if you do, you're like, it's really hot. Why did I even
Yeah.
why did I come out here?
That's when the actual physical skill and ability comes into play.
Where you're drowning in your own liquids. Dude, you could do it.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
I don't know. I think I'm too big. Should I go get some small soda?
If you want, yeah, that'll probably help you.
I keep like sliding off it when I do land on it. Like that.
Well, I didn't slide. I just kind of landed on it.
Yeah, my guy, I don't know if I'm just not hitting the sweet spot or what.
I don't know.
But yeah, have you ever like actually golfed yourself?
Yeah, well, my dad used to work at PJ West, so we got to go in there
Yeah.
freely,
Nice.
and my grandpa was really into golf, and so was he, and my
For
uncle did
sure.
golf sometimes. So like growing up, I tinkered with golf because they were trying to be like, you're one of us, you got to be into a sport. So they gotta
Fair.
so they I went into that, and then I was like in a little competition when I was younger where it's just like, who chipped the ball closest to the pin, you get this much points, like shit like that. And
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I like golf. I don't I don't particularly like putting, but I do like getting that sweet spot. There's something very hey, you did it.
Yeah, I'm
There's
kind of
some
can.
there's something very satisfying of like, especially with the driver, where you're just lining it up and then you swing it, and then you just like, there's no friction of hitting the dirt or anything like that, and
Right.
just
Mhm.
and you
I can see the appeal. I mean, chuck some shit really far. That's cool.
like, I
It's
love
fun.
the driving range a lot more than maybe actually golfing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like, have you ever been to like Top Golf? That's pretty big now.
I haven't.
I've not either, but I feel like I'd be pretty good at it. Just whacking a ball.
Whacking a ball.
It
Whack a
seems easier than
ball.
like the batting cages, which I've done more recently, and like I don't have any like real history of playing baseball, but
So
I am
there's
pretty atrocious at that.
so like a point system.
I mean, not at the one I go to. It's just like you pay for 30 balls and you try to hit
You
them.
pay for balls, you have to pay.
Yeah, you pay per ball, but they give you a
I
token
just
that's like,
ask.
here's 30 balls. You just ask for people's balls.
Well, I know them, but
It's very polite ask.
yeah. I'm just,
Yeah.
trying to get myself out there.
Yeah. I know my dad used to golf as well, to tie it back a little bit, but like I feel like that was something he just did for a bit because like people he knew did it. I don't know if he's like really into it. He bought his own clubs, probably was into it enough to do that. But I feel like I could see myself doing that down the road.
Well, we have, I'm sure my grandparents have a spare club somewhere.
Oh, right. There's all kinds of stuff we always talk about that we want to do. Some of them are seasonal. Like I mean, golfing is you can do it in the summer, but goddamn, why would you?
Dude, sorry to cut your thought off, but I
You're good.
work near a golf course. Like, my hotel
Right.
is right next to a golf course, and I'll go there at like 2 or something like that, where it's like 100 and something, and I see people practicing on the driving range. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. Why are you doing this right now? Because there's not even like, there's not mist, there's not fans, there's nothing. There's a little bit of shade, But
Yeah.
that's awful. That looks so awful. But like, I gotta get my game up. It's my routine.
Yeah, it's that at that point it's an addiction. You just really like playing golf for some reason.
I really like that.
I really like that. But yeah, I was saying we do mention other things that like we want to do, like bowling, but like snowboarding. Like some sports are just fun because they're social, I think,
Mm-hmm.
and you do them with the friends, and that's why like there's not a whole lot of those type of places you can go and just pay to recreationally play a sport. Like bowling is probably the most common one, but golf as well. Like most of the
Yeah.
time, if you're gonna go play a sport, you're like on a team and like you go there frequently. Like there's not a whole other place where you can go rent time to play.
Well,
I don't know.
there's not a lot of there's not a lot of sports that you can play by yourself.
No, no. Whereas you could do that with a lot of the aforementioned ones.
Yeah, it's just kind of like those are very well.
They're
I was gonna
individual
say
sports. You're right.
I was
They're
gonna
not
say
necessarily sports.
accessible, but they're also not accessible because the bowling's accessible, but golf is not
Right.
accessible at all. It's a lot of payment, planning, commitment.
Sure, yeah. There's great big barriers to it.
Like they always said, golf is like a rich man sport, which in a way it is, but it's
Yeah,
also like if you have well, no, it is kind of a rich man sport because you got to pay to play, then
yeah.
you got to
Or have a
pay to have
membership.
the equipment. Then you got to pay for the golf balls, unless you got
Right.
them. It's like everything to do it, you need to pay for it,
Yeah,
unless
an
you got
expenditure.
hookups.
No, for sure. But and I think that goes with a couple of other things for sure. I mean, to tie it back, climbing, I would say, is kind of a rich person's sport as well. Like it can a lot of that outdoor equipment. If you're wanting to do like serious stuff, you really also have to invest
Yeah,
a ton of capital.
you ain't gonna find no golf course or climbing at a rec center.
Yeah, right. And there should be more even just like miniature golf or simple rock
Well, you could do
crawls.
the
Those things should
simulations like
oh,
they have at Dick's.
those are cool too. That is popping off. I haven't tried one though.
They're okay. I have a funny story with that my brother came down for something. And we went to Dick's Sporting Goods and we went to that little simulation where you if people don't know, you tee up a golf ball, you try one of the golf clubs, you smack it into like this tarp screen, and the simulation acts as if where the ball would go if you were on a green. So it
Hmm.
takes your force and your direction and simulates it. So he
Too cool.
and it's not on like an actual tee, it's on like this little tube, this rubber tube. So you put it there and he goes to swing it. He didn't even hit the ground. He just smacked it so hard he broke the head of the club. It
Oh
just
my god.
it just snapped off the stick. And I was trying so hard not to because it's in this little room like away from like the actual open area of Dick's Sporting Goods. So I'm
Yeah,
trying
right.
so hard not to laugh so no one like comes over here. But so I had to run away. I ran to a completely different part
Oh,
trying
that
not to
sucks.
laugh.
Did they like find you out? Did he go up to an
Well,
employee or
he just
something?
put the stick back into where all the other stuff was.
Yeah, that's pretty reasonable.
That was so funny.
Oh my god. Poor guy.
Yeah, that golf
Just
club would
swaying
have
too hard.
cost like a good chunk of change too.
Yeah, would they have charged you for that? That's kind of nuts.
Probably. Well,
Because it's like you're allowing me to test this, and how was I to know your equipment sucks crap without
it's
testing it?
definitely like it would be a gray area, right? Because you would hit it, you're using it how it's supposed to be used,
Right?
but you broke
Yeah.
it. But it's also like, well, maybe you shouldn't have swung it that way. But it's like you're not like signing a waiver saying I know how to play golf to use these
Yeah,
items. So
no
it's
doubt. They didn't
really
make you sign anything, right?
it's a gray area. Well, no one was even there. No one was even like
True.
um surveying it. What the fuck is that? supervising it. They were just kind
Surprising.
of there. It was just there. Is there a
Wild.
guy back there? Oh no, that's your tail.
It makes me think though, like, can you return like a club that you broke while playing golf? Like, would
Oh, like
places
at
take
the
that back?
course?
Yeah,
Like
what
if
if
you
you
rent the
played?
clubs?
Yeah, or what if you bought it and you're like, hey man, the club broke on me first swing. Like,
Well, I
this
guess
is a
that
piece of shit.
I'm sure there's warranty on clubs,
Right.
but if you rented it at a golf course at a clubhouse, they probably
They'd
wouldn't
probably be
take it
pissed.
back. They probably would make you pay for it.
Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't. You'd probably have to sign something though ahead of time, like, oh, making you aware of that
Well,
clearly.
it's like I guess it would be the same principle of like when they lend you a golf cart. Don't
Yeah, it's-
fucking tip this over.
exactly. Yeah, some kind of rental agreement.
Well, they just give it to you.
Yeah, they don't really go through the whole paperwork.
I think you're just like, all right, this is my appointment. I schedule now. All right, I just go. Actually, no, you
That
just
is so
go.
true. Yeah, they don't even like need a driver's license for you to operate that. Like,
No,
kids can drive those shits. I think maybe legally it says you have to be like 13 or something. But
I don't know. I was operating
that's
that shit
some
when I was 11.
crazy shit. Yeah.
I remember I used to tell my dad and grandparents when they're like, car do you want when you grow up?" And I was like, "I want a golf cart," just because it was the only thing I knew how to drive. And there is some places around here where you can get around just by golf cart. Like
Oh, for sure.
there's not bike lanes, there's golf cart lanes.
Yeah, even there's signs that are like golf carts and pedestrians share the road.
Yeah, obviously I didn't do that, but I
Yeah.
mean I would have used it.
Oh, for sure. That's like kind of a cool whip for like a kid. Like my brother's just got an electric bike, and that shit goes fast.
It
And I've
goes
seen
hella fast.
so many people riding that. That's like a really efficient, like secondary commute vehicle.
Yeah,
I
I
would
have
fuck
an
with one of
electric
those.
bike too, and
Oh, nice.
it was it was originally my uncle's, and I was gonna use it because I didn't have a car to use because mine got totaled, and my dad didn't give me the truck yet, so that was gonna be my commute way to work, which would have sucked, but it was the only thing I had.
Mm-mm.
Luckily, didn't have to use it, and now we're trying to sell it, but we don't know where the charger is.
Ah, pinche. Yeah, that would be useful for someone buying.
And we're
Am
like,
I out of bait?
we don't
I bet.
know what charger to, I'm out of it too. We don't know what charger to get it because the cat's been looking at it and it's just like there's so many different companies to make this bike. There's like this part's a different
Wow.
company and this part's a different company. I don't know. I don't
That's
know.
kind of nuts.
And then it's a little scary because the battery's huge, obviously.
Right.
It's huge. And it's got it's just a normal like rounded um rounded cable, rounded
Sure.
AC battery cable thing.
I know what you mean.
And I had one, and I was just like, "Does this maybe work?" And I simply plugged it in to see if the shape was the same way. Not even plugged in or anything like that. Fucking spark, like on
Jesus.
both ends of the box. And I immediately took that shit out. You could see the smoke. Like the shit
Goddamn.
exploded. It could have exploded.
The charger itself or with the
Yeah,
battery?
the block on the charger in the
Yeah,
midway
right.
point, the two ends of the cords just fucking sparks coming out,
That's
and it's not
nuts.
even plugged in.
It wasn't even plugged into the wall?
No, it was
That's
just
a
it plugged
crazy.
into the battery.
That's insane.
And I was like, okay, this is scary.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm starting to think that your bike might be haunted. That's actually wild. Oh my God. I've been looking for, I
It
have
may have
an
just been a
electric
low
skateboard
voltage
too.
electric
Yeah. Like
skateboard.
those are sweet. The one I have does not go very fast, but like some expensive ones do for sure. But I've lost the charger from mine too. Like I have all those fucking like laptop chargers, random shit that I'm like, does this work
Don't
for it? Is this the
don't
right one?
don't.
I've never had that experience though.
Yeah, it was a well. I don't even know what that charger originally went to because it was like, oh, this company left it behind. Do you want it? And I was looking in the back of it, and it was like, well, this does say the right voltage and stuff. It's like the right
Right.
information. And I was trying to look at other chargers that could have been for the bike, and it was like matching up. And I was like, okay, but I guess I was completely wrong.
Damn. Yeah. Usually, if you have the same like voltage, amperage, power delivery, like, and it fits the plug, like, then that's all that the technology is. You don't need anything really different. But
I probably needed a bigger
certainly,
block.
certainly, they recommend that you use exactly the OME manufactured components
Mm, it's hard to find. It's so
for sure.
specific because you can't look for the bike because the bike's not specific. You can't look for the battery because the battery has many
Mhm.
different models. It,
Maybe you could just swap out the battery. I don't
that's like
know if you
hundreds of
feel
dollars.
the battery itself.
It's huge, dude. It's bigger than my forearm.
Yeah, I mean, it would
It's
work there.
heavy as shit. I don't know, man. We could just sell it without the charger and be like, you find it. It's got like, it has a little indicator to show that it's like more than 75% charged. So they'll get you soon.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably why it was like leaping. It was still charged while you're plugging shit into it.
Well, well, yeah. Is it you can, but you can charge it when it's charged.
No, obviously, yeah. But I'm like, that must have been the only source of power. I wonder, the thing must have just not liked it, or was it a bad
Oh,
charger?
so okay. So it's like the electricity didn't have anywhere to go, so it just kind of went to the box and stayed in the box.
It might have been like it. Yeah, it might have been just like a reversal of the input
Mm.
signal as an output. But I would not be the smartest guy to tell you that.
That kind of makes sense. But then again, I wouldn't want to try it plugged in if that's what happened. It's a myth buster right there.
It's a real myth buster.
So how's the fucking electric skateboard work? You just control it via remote or something?
Yeah, you gotta have a remote. Usually it's Bluetooth. Some of them like you connect with your phone even, but
Hmm.
the one I have is like a little like RC car kind of controller where you have a wheel that you speed up. You know,
It's got the up
it's
and down button.
it's pretty minimal. It's basically just like a lever that you push forward to go forward and pull back to go
Oh,
back.
okay, like an RC car.
That's what I described it
Oh,
as. Yeah.
sorry. When I heard RC car, I thought of like the cheap ones with the plastic remotes with the antenna.
Yeah, right. Like the
I didn't think
game
of the wheel.
controller shaped remotes.
Uh,
Yeah.
I got to actually I got to use those like not competitively, but I got to use an RC car and race RC cars on an RC dirt track before.
Oh my gosh, that's cool.
Um,
Where was that?
back at I don't remember honestly. It was such a small little place, but it was a dirt track specifically for these, and you got to stand on a little like not a bleacher, but it's like you have an overhead view of where you got to see the whole
Right.
track. And the reason why I had this opportunity is because one of our neighbors back at my abuela's, he his name was Brad, and he had like a different hobby almost every year. So one year he was like putting together bikes and with axles and different stuff and buying parts. And then there was another time where he was doing the same thing but with like mechanical boats and
Oh my god.
racing boats. And then this time he was just really into RC cars, and he was like with the suspensions and the coils and like putting it together DIY himself, and it was like really cool.
That's so
And
nuts. Wow.
he let me try it, and since being the cool gamer I am, I was really good at it.
Of course.
And it was really cool. It was really cool just to see like your movements and your momentum and stuff like that work. like correctly, it doesn't act like in a game where it's all controlled. It's all like actual realism, bumps,
Right.
humps, stuff like that, and but it still got the perspective as if it was a game because you see the whole track, and it was really cool.
That is super funny, actually. Yeah.
I don't think I was
What a
racing
fun thing to
anybody,
do.
but I definitely was seeing people that were on the track, and I'm like, I'm gonna pass that guy. I'm gonna pass that guy.
I would definitely be doing that. I did that as a kid, fucking when my parents were driving the car. You ever do that? Oh my god, we're gonna race by this guy. We were gonna beat this guy, even though we're not going to the same place. I just loved when we passed by people on the freeway.
I don't think I had that before. Where it's just like, yeah, fuck you, fuck that guy. He's so slow.
You're going so slow. Yeah. I was probably a real little kid when I had that thought.
I do that. No, never mind.
I do
Different
that.
thought. I hate feeling like I'm following people by accident.
Me too, right?
I had that instant the other day where where was I? I think I was on the highway. I got off the highway. This guy also got off the highway, and I followed him down like a long street, then a turn, then another turn, then a long street, until finally he took a turn and I kept going. But it was like,
Mhm.
I want to say it was like 10, 10 solid minutes of turns and stuff like that
Right?
at night. And I was just like, please don't think this is weird. I'm going to the store.
That is kind of creepy. Yeah, like just the coincidental. He was in front of you, but you're just like, you're going the way I'm going, man. It's your fault.
Because I think the exact same thing too sometimes where I'm like, this guy's like hanging out with me.
Yeah, I'm cautious of that for sure. You gotta be.
That's fun if you're on the freeway though, and it's really late at night because you have a companion.
Yeah, it's a whole different vibe there. Then they're your freeway partner, you know?
Yeah, and then they either get off or they pass you, and it's just like, oh, sorry, see you, bud,
Yeah, so long.
and then you fall asleep on the
Until
wheel.
next time. Yeah. Then you wake up in hell.
Mhm. And then you go on the highway in hell.
What the fuck is a muskellunge?
I
Anyway.
think it's by your femur.
Ooh, I think I pulled it.
Oh, my muscle lunge. Have you gotten injured bad? Like really bad?
That's a fun thing to talk about. I think
Well, not really,
I
because I didn't. I don't.
I- I've been to the emergency room a few
Oh.
times uh for like injuries. None of them like serious enough to require like intense surgery or anything like that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I've never broken a bone. Uh,
Yeah.
I've had stitches, yeah, yet. That I know of too. Like obviously you can always like fracture some bones and it just kind of hurts and then they reset and you don't actually really notice because it was such a small fracture. That
Mm.
could have happened. I've had some bad sprains and hurts, but I've gotten x-rays after bad sprains and they're like, "Yeah, no, it's just sprained." So,
No, you're lying.
I'm like, "Are you sure? Cuz it fucking hurts." But yeah, like I've been in pain, but I've always recovered, thank God.
That's good. I've never really gotten injured at all. I I've had my rolled ankles and stuff like that,
Sure.
and
Jam
but
thingies.
but nothing like. Yeah, I need my little Hello Kitties fucking bandage. Get 3+ to health. But no, I've never gotten that injured on anything. Well, it's because I don't really do anything to
Yeah,
cause that. I've I yeah, no, like in sports, not really. I've never tried hard enough to get hurt. Even when I
sure.
did tackle football, like I never tried hard enough to be like, I want to be in the fucking game to hurt
I
myself.
get that. Yeah.
Um, at work, we just lift heavy stuff. It's nothing really to get injured. Well, I almost got injured at work because
Ooh.
somebody was going down the ladder, and I'm right behind him, and he missed a step on his way down, so he rolls backwards into my leg, and it like the knee bends weird, so that fucking sucked. But it was just like one of those like awkward hurts of being like, you shouldn't have done that. Take a break. We'll come back to this later. Type of injuries.
That's lucky. Yeah, could have been worse, maybe.
Yeah, that could have sucked. That could have really sucked, and I could have got paid time off, asshole.
Yeah, even like with some of the climbing and the more like aggressive things I've done, I've been lucky to not have any serious injury more than a scrape or a cut. But definitely when I was younger, like my emergency room visits, I'll dig a little deeper on those because I think they're kind of funny.
Okay, go ahead.
Like even if you're squeamish, I think they're kind of silly.
Okay. Yeah, go
when
for
I
it.
was the earliest I can remember, I would have been at oldest like 3, maybe 4. I don't remember much of my youngest sister being there, and she's like 2 years younger than me. But it's possible she was there and just like really, really young and laying down. So that's why I think it was about 3 or 4, especially because I remember it. It couldn't have been much earlier than that too.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like watching TV at my dad's friend's house. She was babysitting us, and my favorite fucking show just came on. I don't remember for the life of me what the show was. It was about. I remember the main character, like a boy and a girl, were like the like I said, the main character. You're already like dying. You have no idea what's about to happen.
I just had an image in my head. I'll let it play out first. Go ahead.
I can't remember the show. I could probably dig deeper, but for some reason I really fucked with it as a kid. And I was like trying to get the attention maybe of my sister, like, oh my God, the show's on. And I was just so hyper. I was bouncing up and down in my chair, like a kid.
Uh-huh.
But I was on the edge of my seat. My favorite show is on. So I'm bouncing up and down on the sofa, and I kind of hit it where like my tailbone like slips just right off the edge. And so I go down and I fall forward onto what is in front of me, which is a glass coffee table. And I get a fucking bridge of my nose full of glass as I shatter the coffee table with my face.
What the fuck?
One of the crazier things that I've done. I don't think I've taught that since, but
oh my God.
I had a scar that was pretty visible from then on, but it's since like become far less visible on my nose.
What a sick fucking show.
I know, it was worth it. I ended up like bleeding, not like seriously damaged, but I think I got a couple stitches in the emergency room that night. And my dad's friend was obviously in panic. I remember she gave me a frozen burrito from her freezer because she had no ice packs. And I'm like, I'm bleeding. It's not like I like took that much like blunt force damage. The table broke. I just need a bandage, I don't know if this is gonna help.
Oh, shit. Oh my God.
But yeah.
So
that was like the earliest I could remember going.
Our table is broken. My image.
Exactly our table.
Oh no! My image that I was laughing at beforehand, because I could have believed this happening too with all your story shit, but for some reason you're
dying at the idea.
There's no way it's possible. But I just imagined the show showed up in like on screen and you got so excited and you're just like, yeah, this is so cool, and you get so excited that you just like projectile vomit. And the pressure of that smacks you against the wall. like it's the Shrek 3 one, like
yeah,
you know what I'm talking about, like that much force because you're like, oh my God, my show.
Fucking babies do that too.
That wouldn't
have been too out of line. fucking knock myself clean out.
But I mean, you equaled it. I think you equaled it. He did the fucking
I'm glad to
Stewie
hear it.
glass in the forehead, like for real.
Yeah,
What do I do?
pretty
What do I
much.
do? What do I do? Do I
Yeah,
leave
I
it in or
feel
take it
like
out?
I don't remember it specifically enough, but I feel like there were like little shards of glass that had broken away that like were picked away from my face, but like nothing deep in there, you know.
It's like perfectly centered too.
It's like on the left side of my nose.
Okay.
It was it's if I scrunch up my nose like in an angry face, you can just barely see a little bit of lumpy tissue there.
I see. Do you have any other
Yeah.
fucking whack ass
Uh
accidents like that?
Funny enough, it wasn't the only time I've face planted.
Okay.
I don't know if this other time I went to the emergency room, I'll be honest. I probably should have if I didn't, but no, I must have. I remember going to the doctor for a bit after because they like prescribed me some kind of like numbing pain because I this time I was at a babysitter's house. My parents were not present,
Just giving trauma to
and
these people.
yeah, unfortunate. And it was like just after sunset, you know, like before my dad was off work, so before like 9 or 10 p.m., but dark.
Uh-huh.
Like really dark, not even like slightly blue outside. But the street lights were on and we were playing outside. And I think someone had like a scooter or something. They were kind of like playing around. But then we kind of just started like riding the scooter around the cul-de-sac. And I got kind of a little hyper and I decided to like run around the cul-de-sac and kind of like
Uh-huh.
catch up with people. And you can kind of see where this is leading. I was about 7 years old and I want to say wearing flip-flops at the time.
Uh-oh.
It had
Oh no.
recently sprinkled on the neighbor's lawn, thus the ground and street were wet. And right as I was like crossing the street that leads into the cul-de-sac, like just coming to the curb,
Mm-hmm.
I took a slip in my flip-flops
Oh.
and went full face first. No hands, no wrists to catch me or break my fall. Instead, I bit the curb completely with my upper
Oh
jaw
my
and
god.
just fucking like impounded like the front, like what is it, 8 teeth or whatever,
You like curb stomp
six
yourself.
teeth. I curb stomped myself. It was tragic. I chipped one of my teeth. It was a baby tooth, so I don't have that chip anymore, but
God
it was
damn.
very painful. And luckily, since I was a child and those teeth grew out, it didn't cause much damage. And I was already pretty fucked up in the jaw to begin with from genetics. I had to have other surgeries unrelated to that.
Oh.
But yeah, that was still very memorable. I remember like the blood dripping down from my okay, the little graphic, uh, but the blood coming out of my mouth and dripping on my white shirt,
The
like
red
that was
stuff.
ruined. The red stuff covering my white shirt, and the like daughters of the babysitter that were watching us,
Oh
like
my god.
because they're like 16 or whatever, go inside to tell the mom, and the mom coming out just like looking horror stricken. Like it was a rough night. My dad, I think, left work early.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was a rambunctious child.
So I never had surgeries,
That's good.
which is yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
I
they're
did have a
best if you can avoid it.
fucking stupid doctor's diagnosis that made me spend more money because they're stupid.
Really?
Uh,
Ugh. Yeah,
um.
I hate when they just don't do enough time. They don't spend enough time to like
Well, okay.
be able to tell
I
a
have the
clear issue.
map, the world map of how this fucking happened. So, um, I was already in like Colorado, so money is a little scarce, and I had insurance through my mom, and I guess
Right?
at some point they changed the insurance so the place that I would go doesn't take me anymore.
Uh huh.
But this was the first instance that I know how to deal with it now. Okay, people. But then I didn't know how to deal with it, and I know why it happens.
Yeah.
But my left ear just went like full deaf. It was like clogged.
Yeah, I remember you telling me this.
And oh, so you remember this story?
Yeah, I think I remember you telling this story a little bit.
Okay, well
I
I'll
don't.
just explain it via pod relevance.
Yeah.
So I go to get it unclogged because I at this point I don't know what to do with it. it's just there. I can't hear. It's done. Like there's nothing I could do.
Hmm.
Now I know you can get debrox and it works. But I went in and they were gonna do the procedure that they done before. It's happened one time before, so I know of the procedure. And it was you simply put the debrox in it. They didn't tell me what it was. They just do it. They put the debrox in it. It softens it, and then they wash it out.
Hmm.
Their process the first time I went in was they tried to wash it out, then they put the debrox in it, and then they sent me home. So
Which is just completely
it did
reverse.
it's a reverse, and it didn't solve anything. So it's
Yeah.
like the first person comes in, tries to do it, doesn't work. Second person comes in, puts a debrox, has me lay down. Third person comes in, okay, that should be enough time, you can leave. And I even remember asking the lady, I was like, it's still clogged. Don't you guys gotta like wash it out? And they just nod like, no, you're good. It's like, what do you mean I'm good? I'll unclog in a couple days. You're good. I was like, no, okay. You're the people. You're the
Yeah.
guys. You
Right.
know. It didn't. And then I had to go back. And when I
And
went back,
schedule another appointment. Yeah.
no, I didn't schedule because we didn't. There was no hospital that was nearby, so it was all urgent cares.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Don't need an appointment there.
So I went in, and when I went in, this fucking lady, I went in, she looked at it, and she was just like, just get just get this D-Rocks thing at Walgreens. Like she was like sassing me, like, why are you even in here? She
Hmm.
she thought it was a waste of time. And I was just like, well, you guys fucked it up. You're the ones that made me come in a second time. And I got the Debrox thing. Didn't fucking work because later on I found out why. I went to a whole different urgent care. Treated me so much nicer. They looked in
Right.
there and they're like, uh oh, okay, I see what happened. So they softened it so much that the softness expanded. So now even though it's soft and it's easy to come out, it's still covering everything instead of being like a little bit and then taken out.
Hmm.
So it's like adapted to the new situation with it because they fucked up that bad. And then they had to like go super hard in the pressure to get it out. I'm sorry if this is all like gross to you if you don't like this stuff. I'm trying to make it vague, but they got it out, and it was so easy because they did it the right steps, and they actually took the time to look at it. And since then, I've never had a problem. But I had to pay for the three visits because the first one they
Which is
fucked up,
stupid.
and the second one they didn't even do anything.
Yeah. Fuckers. And it's like, I get that it's your job, and not everyone like loves every moment of their job, but when it is like someone's health that you are taking the care of, you really do have to treat it seriously. Like, this really matters.
Like
I hate
I've
that shit.
not everybody knows everything. You can't expect everybody to be like, "Oh, you got a headache? Have Tylenol." Like not everybody's gonna know that's the solution. Same
Yeah.
goes for this. Like no one when I did the first procedure, they didn't tell me how I can prevent it later. They just did it and left.
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds like they just fucking hardly cared, or there was a huge miscommunication too on the like employees' part. Because, like I said, it sounds like they just completely strayed from the procedure.
Yeah, like I didn't want to say that it sounds like a dick move for the patient to be like, "You're doing this wrong."
Right.
Like you're the one that gets paid to do it, but I don't know. Near the end, like I said, I asked them like, "Did you do it wrong?" But by this time, it was like the third person, so they didn't know what they did before.
Yeah, exactly. That chain of command, like, it's fucking, it's tough.
Yeah,
Lack of communication.
dentist though, dentist has always been good to me, even though I have fucked up teeth.
Have
Like
you ever had like a fear of the dentist? I've always loved the dentist.
I never. Okay, so I don't like certain feelings that they have, like the scraper and like stuff like that.
Sure.
I don't like how that feels, and I don't like how like certain things are uncomfortable. Like when you put those little things that you have to bite down on for the X-rays, like those
Yeah.
suck. But for the
There's a
whole
lot of sensory
process,
issues.
for the whole process of the dentist, been completely. I've never had a problem. Like the
That's
sounds
nice.
don't bother me. The sometimes it like hurts, but that's just because they hit a certain spot. It's not like it hurts the whole time. The
Sure, yeah.
numbing's always good. They're always like very careful with you. They're always just like, yeah, do you need a second? Like, yeah, do you need to breathe? Like, suck down
Yeah,
the
yeah, right.
little saliva. But
Yeah. Can I
I've
get some
always been
suction
good.
here? Yeah.
Nurse.
Nurse suction. Oh,
Thank you, nurse.
oh.
Yeah, it's always
So
been good.
yeah, I would say about the same. What's like the biggest thing you've had done by dentists? Any like root canals or some
Uh,
bullshit?
yeah, I have two. I have two root canals done. I have a crown, and I've had like a refilling a couple times on the same tooth, but now that tooth is basically like destroyed. It's half a tooth, no
Oh,
insides, and it's because back in high school they kept saying we're gonna get crown, we're gonna get crown, and it never happened. And then at
yeah.
some point the filling came out, and it was never replaced, and it slowly deteriorated with more times using it. But um, it's just so dead that when it again, I'm sorry if this is like weird for people to listen to, but it's so dead that if it goes into if it cracks or like it goes in pieces a little bit, I don't feel it at all. It's that dead.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So at this point, it's just like half a wall. But it's
Yeah.
fine. It's completely fine. To prove how fine it is, there was a point where it broke into another piece, a little piece, and there was just this little spike that was right against my tongue. And it
Oh, yeah.
sucked. It was so bad. And I was trying to find
I know what you
every
mean.
possible solution. Gum, just having liquid in there the whole time. Awful. Kept grinding against my fucking tongue. Hated it.
Been there.
And it got to the point that I was like, I gotta do something about this. Is there a way that I can like dull it? Can I like dull it away to it's not so sharp? And I did a fucking Joe Swanson and and chipped it myself, but
There you
I
go.
didn't feel any of it.
Interesting. Yeah. I guess it makes sense, lack of nerve there.
Yeah, and it's yeah, it's just basically there. They wanted to the last time I went to the dentist, which was a while ago. I'm not fishing. I have no. uh,
Yeah. I'm at the last of my bait.
it was they wanted to completely remove it and then get a either a replacement tooth or a bridge to
Hmm.
replace the gap, but never happened. Too expensive. And
Yeah,
honestly,
it's the annoying part
it's
too.
fine. There's days where I'm just like, that part of my teeth hurts a little bit, but it's never like I'm never in pain.
That's good, yeah.
I've
As
been
long as you're
really
living
bad to
comfortably.
my teeth, but my teeth has been really okay.
Yeah, teeth are a tough one. And sometimes it can be very genetic. Like sometimes like if your family just has bad teeth, like
Mm-hmm.
any sugar or any like little thing that you have a little too much of or don't clean enough of
Coke
will
hurts.
compound.
Coke hurts my
Really
teeth. There's something
interesting.
in it that it's probably the same thing that like it gets rid of like stains.
Sure, right?
Probably something like that that makes it just hurt my teeth.
Very acidic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something
I could drink it,
wild.
it's fine, but like if it sits in my mouth, I'll feel it.
Yeah. Yeah, I do my best with my teeth. Like I said, I've had like other jaw surgeries too. And again, we're like
Mm.
probably this is the most disgusting episode, but I did like get an
It's just
infection after one of those
detailed.
surgeries. Yeah. And we're trying not to go too gross into it, but like because of an unclean suture, or me perhaps not taking enough antibiotics or cleaning it properly after the fact, I got like an infection in one of the like bone plates that they used on my lower jaw because they had to shatter my jaw in a couple places, like clean fracture it and then cut out some material and reattach it with some titanium plates
Oy.
so that it would close at the proper angle. I used to have like an underbite and my teeth also didn't touch in the front. So I couldn't bite through things cleanly. I might have mentioned this before, but if I like
Oh.
ate pizza, I would scrape off the toppings and like just leave the bread because
Yeah, I think I
like my
remember that.
teeth wouldn't meet in the middle. I couldn't chew through things all the way. So that's what the surgery was
Hmm.
mostly for, like quality of life. And though I wouldn't wish surgery on anyone, I think it has improved my life much more than the bit I was suffering in afterwards, even with that infection I fought afterwards, which they had to give me another surgery to remove the bone plate and remove the parts of infection.
Oh, because it grew.
Annoying. Yeah, exactly. Like
Mm.
the whole plate kind of had like the infection grown around it and they removed some flesh there.
EVs.
Ewies.
I think I have some overbite, but it's not drastic. I've luckily am genetically gifted to have straight teeth, so
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
tough.
have to have braces. My bottom teeth is a little unstraight, but it's like nothing to be like, oh, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
um, yeah, it's really my fault that my teeth is this way. It's just not. It's so it's so not in routine for me to take care of it, and that's my fault. That's completely my fault. But there's
Yeah, right
just
here.
sometimes that in my mind it doesn't line up right. Like for example, I was told, or I was in the routine when I was growing up, that when you're going to school, you eat and then brush your teeth, right?
Okay, yeah.
So when I go to work, I always get food on my way to work. So in my mind, brushing my teeth and then eating food just is dumb. Like
I get you, right?
it doesn't line up for me in my mind. And then when I go to bed, most of the time I'm just dead tired. I go to bed, so I'll miss that too. And
I feel you, yeah.
it's just not in my mind to do it, and it's my fault.
Well, yeah, it is psychological, a lot of it, and routine based, like you said. And it's something that you could certainly train, make easier for yourself. But I think that's certainly reasonable too. And I've definitely had the same, issues. For a good I've been better at about it recently, but for a good portion of my I would say late adolescence, I was very just like I cared about smelling bad, obviously, but
Hmm.
if I was like staying at home, I was like, fucking, I'm not gonna fucking brush my teeth. It's just a waste of time, like at least not the
Yeah.
day. I either just was not even thinking about it, or I was like, I'll get to it. And
Hmm.
I'm thankful that at least my health has not been the worst. That might have been, of course, why I obtained an infection after my surgery.
I did, I did hear though that apparently if there's people out there that don't do it at all of brushing their teeth and their teeth are fine, but it's a genetic thing.
Sure, just stronger, more like resilient teeth that replace themselves frequently.
Yeah,
The
there's always
enamel.
going to be that rare case of something, and probably what they consume, because I'm sure some food deteriorate
True.
your teeth.
Your feet. I've wondered that too, because like I've never had a cavity or anything like that to my teeth. They were just like crooked as fuck.
Hmm.
But I also never was one to drink a lot of soda, like of any kind, or any real like big consumption of sugar. I like very quickly was like uh disinterested in like chocolate and frosting and like pretty much
Hmm.
anything that was overly sweet. And soda, like I said, was just not something that my parents bought or that I cared to drink. So I think that helped, but also I'm curious if I was just a little more disposition to not get cavities.
I would think it's things that maybe it is intake, like the sugar you said, or maybe it's something like if you took a bite of ice cream and the teeth just are just like, what the fuck? Like stuff
Yeah,
like
right.
that. Maybe that shifts them in a
Yeah.
way.
it could be more like biological, just
Nervy.
your body responding to it. Yeah, and what's funny that you mentioned that too. Like, uh, so my dad had the same surgery I had,
Oh,
and
really?
it's kind of just funny how similar our jaws ended up being to the point that we both used the same orthodontist who prescribed the same surgeon, I think.
Oh.
And even though the surgeries kind of differed over the years, like there was a lot of advancement in like the planning and the 3D graphic like rendering of the surgery that they could do beforehand to like plan it out better.
Hmm.
So my dad ended up having a ton of like the nerves in his chin like completely severed. He almost has like no feeling if he
Oh,
like touches his
weird.
chin anyway. And he also has like almost no reception to like cold or hot or like anything. You know when your teeth kind of numb when you bite into ice cream, like you said,
Hmm.
like no reception of that at all. He could
How
bite clean into the
strange.
coldest thing and just not feel it in his teeth. Similar to how you kind of mentioned too, how like you don't feel that tooth because it's just kind of dead nerve.
Yeah.
His are just like not there. And mine were really numb at first, but a lot regrew. So I would say to this day, it's still number than any other part of my face, but at least I feel it a little bit.
That's that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's weird. Like it is interesting though. Like the nerves they grow or sometimes they don't regrow, but at least technology has advanced a bit to the point that they take that into account as well.
Mm. Get phantom nerves.
Yeah, it's weird to think about all of that because yeah, it's wild to me anytime I take notice that I'm like, yeah, I don't quite feel this the way I think I should, you know? And I
Yeah.
think similarly, of course, I'm not comparing myself to someone who lacks like any other sensory abilities, but I think similarly like of people who can't perceive something else like sight or sound when I compare that.
True. Did you guys have like your doctor, like one that took care of your whole family, being like, "Oh, we gotta visit Doctor blah blah blah. He'll know what to do."
My family started very nuclear, and I think at some point that probably was the case. We had like a pediatric
Nuclear.
doctor for like the 3 children and my mom probably as well, and my dad might have seen the person like for general health things. I swear that did happen, and my mom probably had like the same uh like hospital and team that did all 3 of her births.
Mm.
But I think shortly after the divorce between my parents, that became just like a very different thing. I almost never went to like the doctor unless something was like actually wrong. The dentist was a little more frequent.
Mm. Interesting.
But yeah, I don't really recall. At least I think I was too young to recall there being like a specific guy we went to see or anything like that.
Um, before I say my point to why I asked that question, did your dentist know about your jaw thing? Was that like affect anything?
Um, well, do you mean my dentist or my orthodontist? Because I'd never
Um,
had like a regular dentist, like the people who would like clean your teeth or do checkups on like things like
wait,
cavities.
what's an
Because
orthodontist?
the orthodontists are the people who specialize in braces and the alignment of your teeth.
Oh, oh, they're all dentists to me. I didn't. Uh,
Like dentists are more like for the health and like I think cleanliness of your teeth. And I could be wrong. And maybe orthodontists are a like sub practice of
yeah,
dentists. I'm
I
not super
thought
sure.
dentist was the the
The broader term.
the
Yeah,
umbrella
right.
of
I think you
teeth,
might be right.
doctor of teeth.
Yes. Yeah, right. Dent meaning teeth. I think you're right there. I would say the one person that I went to regularly, my orthodontist lady, uh very like quickly became aware that I was the son of a patient that she had had
Oh,
like 10 years ago and would very frequently like make comparisons and discuss it with me. And in fact, one of the latest times I went, you just reminded me of it when you said like your tooth was scratching against your tongue. I had my permanent retainer like lift off of one of my teeth, this
mm,
little spiky, smaller than a paperclip shaped piece of metal,
yep.
just jabbing at me. I was suffering to the max for a few days until I went in, they clipped it for me and polished it down. But when I went in to have that done, she's like, I was just giving a lecture. And it was so meaningful to be able to bring up your father's case next to your case and show the
Oh,
similarities of how genetics can play such a meaningful factor in people needing the same, service. And she was mentioning too, like the people that she was essentially like mentoring. I think she was a guest lecturer. She was like, I would encourage all of you in your future practice to mention to people who have, a genetic condition like a face abnormality or misshapenness to say this can affect your kids, like at least be cautious of that. If you're going to have kids, this may be an expense in your future. And it was
mm.
in, my parents' case.
Which is, I mean, everything can get passed down of
Yeah.
mental, physical, medical,
Yeah.
everything. That is strange.
Good thing
That's
to
really
know.
cool too. To be like, you're my example.
I know. I was like, that's really crazy. You think about me?
Oh my god. Um. So I brought up the doctor thing because we don't have him anymore because he retired. But
Oh,
we had my mom, my brother, my sister, my grandparents, and my dad
wow.
at some point, and me had a doctor called Doctor Nishigaya. Great name, and
What a cool guy.
he was there through all the births. He took care of us through all the schools, and then I think about like I want to say like 8 years ago or something like that, he finally retired. But he let everybody know that was his patient, being like, "I'm gonna finally retire." It was a great working with all of you and working on all of you. I'm glad to see you all are still doing great. And it's like, oh,
How sweet.
it's just a sweet little Asian man.
That's a really nice experience to have, like a long time doctor. I feel like that's not only helpful, but like, uh, well, yeah, it is just helpful health wise to be able to see the same person.
Oh yeah,
So sweet.
especially when you're just doing like, because my grandparents have like when my abuela was having um issues with nerves and like
Yeah.
closing her hand and stuff like that because she took a fall. I don't remember how she fell, but it was like a
Mm,
fell and it fell and she was it affected her uh te- nervous system. That's it.
gotcha.
Telegraph
Yeah.
line, you got yours and I got mine. Uh, and
The way he remembers it.
she went to him, even though she is like maybe an hour away. He has all her history,
Right.
so she
That's so
went to
valuable.
him, and he was telling him, was like, well, with your prior history and stuff like that, you're gonna have to take it easy, do this
Is
stuff,
someone
do
trying to
all
get
this
over
stuff.
here?
Yeah, I
Did
think
someone
so.
try to get over?
I think this has happened a couple times, honestly, because I've heard splashes a couple times throughout the
I,
spot.
I only just noticed this.
But yeah, it's very helpful to have your own doctor. It's obviously sometimes not in your hands because you may get insurance via your work or something like that, and they provide you a doctor, or you can ask to get a specific doctor and keep it on and all that stuff.
Mhm.
But I mean, if you meld well and you see that they care, them knowing who you are, and if you're injury prone, it's very helpful for them to be like, "Yup, you've injured your knee for the second time, and it's torn more than last time." Instead of them being like, "Oh, I see you torn your thing. Do you have any prior
Mhm.
history?" And you're like, "Oh yeah, I think my guy said." Yeah, like you're not gonna
Yeah, you're
know
like, I don't
exactly.
fucking know. Yeah. Yeah,
Ah,
exactly.
what a weird
Medicine is
topic.
crazy in this country. Yeah. I would love to see universal healthcare for just everybody. Oh,
It's the other guy. So
well, that was lovely. I honestly think I might have said my piece on the cast today, but anything else you're still thinking about, my man?
no, not really. Is it that time
Yeah.
now?
I think it's about that time. I have some ideas, but I might need a little more time. Okay, I think I got it.
Okay. The Camerai has finished his work. He will kneel before you and give you his peace.
Take care of yourself. You really just got one you to enjoy the ride.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And if you
Yes,
can't, you can pay people to do it.
Yeah. Money will take you far in this world if you got it.
It's another lock-in.
Good stuff. Thanks for joining us, guys. Hope you will
Yeah.
join us once again in a couple of weeks for number 18.
Number 18. My God, we're gonna reach the nickel.
Oh my God.
Or
We're finally going.
the
We're
quarter.
finally going to get.
The quarter.
Finally gonna get there. We're finally going to be of legal age.
Oh,
Raining on my parade.
get the fuck out of here. See you, bye.